Hello everyone and welcome back to Sterlinx Global. My name is Arful and I'm the founder of Sterlinx Global, a UK-based accounting firm specializing in e-commerce and local businesses. As always, thank you for tuning in, and if you are new here, thank you so much for being with us today. On this channel, we discuss various pain points and challenges that our clients, entrepreneurs, self-starters and those in trade usually have. So if you have something that's bugging you, send it our way and we will be able to tackle this for you on our next video. For today, let's talk about something that many people are curious about, and that is a few things that one should know before starting a business. I have a couple of businesses myself, Sterlinx Global for one and an Amazon store. And while I'm glad about the experience of establishing them, I kind of wish someone told me these things that I'm about to share. Mind you though, I'm no expert, but I have picked up a couple of nuggets of wisdom, so I hope I could help you with these tips. Not everyone is built to be an entrepreneur. The most successful ones begin their business with a unique idea for a product. However, starting a business with a great idea isn't enough to guarantee success. So if you are in it for the long haul, it's best to have a good grasp of commercial accounting. Keep in mind that failing to understand your company's finances may stunt growth or worse, lead to closure of the business. Before we dive into these tips, are you guys familiar with accounting? No? I guess not. That's okay. Not everyone is into numbers, and what I myself find it is confusing as well. But you don't have to find it daunting. Most of our tips may be accounting related, but I assure you they won't be as scary as you think they are. So let's begin. First of all, understanding what accounting essentially is. Commercial accounting sounds daunting, but it doesn't have to be if you know what it means. By definition, it's recording the financial transactions of a business. It also includes summarizing accounts and analyzing statements to determine a business financial health. Proper accounting gives you the necessary information to make sure and long-term strategic decisions. It also provides an accurate snapshot of your company's performance and conditions to investors, lenders, and government agencies. Next on the list is keeping track of your income and expenses. Your main goal in starting a business is to earn, and the best way to know you are on track is to record every income from products sold or services rendered. Keep copies of issued receipts and sales invoices, then tally these to get a running balance. Do the same to your expenses or cost incurred in operating your business. When you pay a utility bill or settle outstanding balances from your supplier, file away the pertinent document and record the transaction in a logbook or software. Since income is the basis of your tax, you must maintain records for 6 years according to HMRC. Only once this period lapses, is it safe to toss out these documents? Third tip, knowing your assets, liabilities, and equity. Besides income and expenses, commercial accounting also entails monitoring your business's assets, liabilities, and equity. Simply put, assets include cash for the company, equipment, inventory, or other resources essential to running a successful operation. Liabilities, on the hand, pertain to what you owe, unpaid balances from suppliers, bank loans, and other forms of debt. Equity is your investment in the business and accumulated earnings from previous years. One important equation to remember is assets. Liabilities plus equity is usually clarified as assets. It means your assets are funded by borrowings and investments or both. Create a balance sheet to see whether you depend heavily on debt to keep your business going. Borrowing is an acceptable business practice, but only when done prudently. Moreover, lenders tend to be more averse to extending credit to heavily indebted companies, even those deemed profitable. Let's move to number 4, which is monitoring cash flow. Another crucial commercial accounting know-how is looking at your cash flow. When doing business, keep in mind that money constantly moves in and out of your company. For instance, selling goods suggests cash is coming in, while purchasing suppliers indicates an outflow of funds. It's easy to keep tabs on how much you have if you are selling and buying on a cash basis. No credit transactions. However, such isn't always the case, as you will sometimes need to purchase or make a sale on credit. If you offer credit terms to your customers, mind how much of your sales are receivables. Whenever possible, keep this portion minimal to ensure you have enough funds to sustain operations. And if your suppliers allow credit or discounts, take advantage of these to optimize your cash flow. A cash flow statement will keep track of your business's operating, financing, and investing activities. It can be confusing to create one, but you can start by noting which of your revenues are already paid and how much of your inventory requires settling. If you want to understand your cash flow further, consider hiring an accountant such as one from Sterlinx Global, which is ourselves, to do your books. We will help you to determine how long your receivables and payables are and whether there is a significant mismatch in terms. Right, so now that you know number 4, let's move to number 5. So the 5th on the list is having a different bank account to your business. So a different bank account for your business is extremely crucial. When doing business, it's vital to have a bank account that you can quickly monitor and easily access. It's also important that this account is used solely for company operations. By segregating business from personal transactions, you'll have a better grasp of your finances, besides less complicated commercial accounting. You can see where funds come from and are used. You don't have to be confused about which portion of the money is for your personal spending or business. Besides offering protection, opening a separate bank account sometimes offers perks particular to business clients. If you need further convincing, it's easier to obtain loans to cover funding gaps. Okay, so we'll cover number 6 now, which is related to being familiar with tax regulations for your company. One of the significant commercial accounting information a budding entrepreneur such as yourself should know is taxation. Taxes are part and parcel of doing businesses. No one is exempt from paying them. Different regulations apply to specific industries, locations, and products. So you must know what applies to your company. For example, when you plan to sell goods on Amazon or other online marketplaces, you have to pay sales tax based on where your customer is from. If you are still unsure of the taxes specific to your business, consult a professional such as an accountant from Sterlinx Global, which is ourselves. Great, so we are moving quite fast today. Our last tip is also tax related, and it is in relation to settling your taxes. Once you know the taxes you should know or you should be complying with, you should plan for these ahead. Since sales tax is collected from your buyers, make sure you set this aside for future remittance to the government. If your sales exceed the VAT threshold, you have to pay the bill to HMRC. Income tax, on the other hand, cannot be passed down to your customers. However, there are ways to ensure you're not overpaying. One is by thoroughly accounting your business expenses. Remember that paying the right taxes involves filing the correct returns, which involves proper commercial accounting. A professional will be able to give you a big help to new business owners like yourselves. And it is important that you do hire or speak to a professional about the accountancy, or if you have any question. Right, still with us? Did I bore you with all these nitty-gritty? I know it's too much to take in one go, so let's do a quick recap of our tips today. First is to know what accounting means, and which is basically the recording of everything that's happening in your business. Secondly, I covered you must be able to keep track of your income and expenses. It's a given, since you want to know right off the bat if you are spending more than you should be earning from your business. Thirdly, I covered is knowing what your assets and liabilities are and capital are, to have an idea of whether your assets are funded by borrowings or from your own pocket. Fourthly, we covered is somewhat difficult as it involves cash flow. Basically, it's monitoring actual cash going in and out of your business to understand how much money you have. Our fifth tip is really important when you have a business, and that is to have a separate bank account. I strongly advise getting another account for your revenues and expenditures instead of mixing it with your personal finances. Quite a time saver and a lifesaver when it comes to the actual reality, really. Our sixth and seventh tips are tax related. While you don't have to memorize tax rules, at least be familiar with regulations applicable to your line of business. And yes, always pay your taxes correctly and on time. You don't want to have a tax investigation, which is sometimes can be very daunting, and which is also something we will discuss on another day. Here are a few frequently asked questions you may have on your mind. First question: can I handle my own accounting? Yes, absolutely you can, especially if you already know the basics. However, if you need external funding through investors or lenders, they might require a copy of audited financial statements, often prepared by a qualified accountant. But during the early stages of company information or company incorporation, consider outsourcing commercial accounting to a professional like ourselves. This allows you to focus on strategizing rather than record keeping. How do I find an accountant? You can begin your search online. Be sure to look for a professional specializing in your industry. If you're in trading, hire someone familiar with your business so they understand the nature of your business and is related to your tax regulations. Another alternative is to ask for referrals from fellow business owners. It's possibly that they already have one on board who can help you. By all means, these are the options open to yourselves, but if you want to speak to an accountant who can handle your accounts, we do this as a service. We welcome you, to have a look at our pages, have a look at our website, and have a look at what we can offer you. Do I still need to understand commercial accounting if I have an accountant? Yes, you do. While your accountant will record actions or transactions and prepare the statements, they will only work with the information you have provided. If you don't have a basic understanding of commercial accounting, chances are you will give them inaccurate figures. Working with incorrect numbers prevents you from producing reliable forecasts and planning the right strategies. Remember, failing to plan is planning to fail. Starting a business takes more than just a brilliant idea. You have to understand a few things about commercial accounting to ensure long-term sustainability and growth. The above tips will help you, but it also pays to work with a trusted accountant from Sterlinx Global, and our team is ready to help you to get your business up and running. So, folks, that's all for today. I have covered a lot. I know that's a lot to take in, but I hope it helps you when you are just starting out. Mind you, the first stages of running a business are absolutely difficult and terrifying. So I would like to congratulate you for making it this far. So if you enjoyed our tips and tricks or want to learn something more similar, please like, follow and subscribe to our media channels. Again, my name is Arfol of Sterlinx Global, and I hope to catch you on that next one. Bye bye now.